Hi, I'm Dennis.
Hi, I'm Wes.
And welcome back to Petrol Station. In this week's episode, Wes and I are going to discuss Dodge putting a gas motor back in the Charger. But does it have enough cylinders to help save the brand?
No.
It doesn't.
It
No.
really doesn't. I'm just going to start off by saying, not with a 6-cylinder.
No.
First of all, I know we've both seen this video, and I hope anybody that's watching
hold on.
video...
Let's before we really dive down into this, let's talk about the background here, because Dodge did a whole big announcement. They were very, very proud of this thing. Last week was Roadkill Nights, and it's like a big festival that Dodge sponsors. They race or they do drag races like right on Woodward Avenue. It's actually really cool. I want to go one year just to check it out. But like, there's big car show, drag racing. They have a lot of celebrities there, like drag racers, YouTube celebrities. So this year at Roadkill Nights, the big thing for them was revealing the new Charger. And it was supposed to be like this big, hey, we listen to the fans, we listen to our customers, we're going to put gas engines back in the Charger, which to me is kind of BS, because that's always been on the roadmap, is that Dodge was going to put a gas engine back in the Charger eventually. It was not going to be just an EV, and everyone knew that it was going to be the Hurricane engine, which is a straight inline 6. And so, yeah, if you haven't seen the videos, I'm going to roll a clip right now of the B-roll, and just go ahead and start adding the comments now what you think of the sound of this brand new Charger.
Charger.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
I think this is... Look, we've talked about this before. We've had a couple of conversations about this already. This is still not Dodge grabbing the attention of their fan base. Their fan base wants big, gnarly V8s. They want big blowers. They want that winding blower sound. They want that nasty V8 off-timed engine, massive cam sounds. This is not it for those customers, especially Charger customers.
Yeah.
And look, if you look at the specs of the Hurricane engine, it's actually a really good engine. So like the truck motors will have 420 horsepower. The Charger is going to have that version, but also a version that puts out 550 horsepower with twin turbos. That and when you take into consideration, like Dodge also said that they did some chassis stiffening. There could possibly be an all-wheel drive version of the Charger with that engine, which I think is really cool. That is actually Dodge making some steps into the right direction, but they should have picked a completely different platform.
Yeah.
Like, that engine would make sense in something that size.
Yeah.
Not the Charger, which is still massive, even with the two-door version.
Yep. No, and I completely agree. And the thing is, too, I think what the problem Dodge is facing is they're trying to adapt to the times and create this narrative of trying to find other markets and other customers outside of their normal fan base.
Yeah.
That's what this is for. This is what a 6-cylinder that sounds like a punchy, quick little European car.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. And,
it really is.
And it sounds good. I'm not going to say it doesn't sound good.
It sounds good for something else.
Dodge.
Right. It doesn't.
It's just not a Dodge.
It sounds weird in that car.
It does. And like when I think Dodge, I think meaty. I think high horsepower, just cammed out, meaty sounds.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Instant
out of a Dodge.
burnouts from pushing the gas pedal down.
Why are we pushing a 6-cylinder that sounds like a European M2?
Well,
like it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me that they're trying so hard to change their fan base, I guess. And then also they have so many plethora amount of names for cars.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they create something like a 2-door or 4-door small sedan compact car with this V6 in it and call it what they should have called the Hornet?
6. Yeah, this should have been the Hornet, or
this should be the Hornet, or
revive the Super B name, because it sounds like a pissed off Hornet or a Super B. Let's just be honest. But yeah, bring in a Super B name,
especially
and make
with
it
twin turbos. Like,
make it mid-size.
Nobody thinks twin turbos when they think of Dodge.
No.
It's just it's so out there.
Yeah.
Like supercharger, sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Meaty.
Yeah.
The Hellcat. But
Yeah.
no, not twin turbos.
Hellcat, and the Hellcat was a great
Hellcrat.
the Hellcrap was a great platform for their customers because it introduced something that all of them were doing anyways.
Yep.
Of sleeving the engines, throwing big blowers on them, and gaining a massive power. And then Dodge is like, hey, we hear you, we see you. We're gonna go ahead and do that for you and slap on a 100,000-mile warranty. You're welcome.
Yeah. Which again, let's look at the numbers of how many they sold. When was the last year of the Challenger or the Charger Hellcat?
2023, I think, for that gen.
Let's just look at how many units were sold in 2023. How many units were sold of the 2023 Hellcat Charger?
AI is a beautiful thing and is going to replace us all.
It really is, dude. Literally, I can do it. 43,000 in 2023.
Okay.
And so, or 46,000 units in 2023.
In 2023, they sold 87,000 units all in.
Yeah. 9,000, and we are already in August of the year. They're not going to get there. They're not going to even get close to that.
No.
So, yeah, it just boggles my mind that they are so, like, tuned into this Charger. Like, there's got to be a point in time where they just have to take their L and move on.
Well, see, and I think the problem there is that time has already passed because now they have so much money invested into this thing. To get anywhere close of even coming even to what they've invested in this thing, they have to put it in those cars. Yeah. They have to make it available, and they have to hope they can sell some, or they're just really going to be in.
What I really hope is maybe this is just kind of their way of introducing, kind of like how they had the V6 Charger for a really long time in the old platform. Hopefully that's what they're doing, is just trying to introduce another V6 option and then bring back a V8 option.
Allegedly, according to press releases from Dodge,
or inline 6,
the Hemi V8 cannot fit in the current Charger body.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, that's fine. I don't care about the current Charger body because it's ugly as shit.
Oh, true.
Give us something different. Give us a Challenger remake.
Yeah.
Well, you got the name. Use it.
Yeah.
Give us a new Challenger remake and make it. Who cares if it's 4-door, 2-door? I don't care. Just give us something that has a V8 in it.
Yeah.
There's no reason that they can't do something like that.
I mean, you could even put that straight 6 in a Challenger, sleek the Challenger down a little bit, make it more mid-size level. That would be a good option. Yeah. That would be something that I would say, hey, that was a good idea, and it's probably something I would be interested in.
Yeah.
But putting that, even at 550 horsepower, putting that motor in a Charger, it's almost sacrilege at this point, that the way it sounds. And honestly, I the only thing I can dog on that car is just the sound itself. And they were so proud of it. I mean, doing burnouts around the guy that I forgot his name, but he came out and he did like the whole big reveal and everything.
Yeah.
And they had him on Woodward Avenue doing burnouts around him. And it just sounded ridiculous. And if you see video of the crowd that was there, like all of the influencers and like Freiberger and Finnegan, who were paid to be there to represent Dodge, they're clapping, but like the entire crowd is just not having it. They are just completely tuned out at that point.
Again, it's just a simple fact that Dodge has lost their identity. Like as soon as this Challenger came out, that's what I've thought is they've just lost their identity and also lost their understanding of their customer base.
Yeah.
Or it's just a simple fact that they're trying so hard to get away from that customer base. But again, it boggles my mind that that's the way they're trying to work it, because that's the money. That's where they have money, is all these older people, the older generation that like the old school muscle cars that buy these kind of cars.
Like, I mean, that's the thing though, is like the way the current car is designed is going to appeal to people who love that older generation of car. But they're not going to buy it with an EV, and they're not going to buy it with a straight inline 6. Mm-mm. If you really wanted to pump out that straight inline 6, it should have went into a differently designed car, something 100%. That is sleeker, something that is 2-door, sporty, pony car-ish Mustang Challenger
sedan, dude. Like that, I think that's what Dodge keeps failing at is like they have the Hornet, which is like a crossover.
Well, I think that's the problem, is that Dodge keeps posting that they're going that it's coming, and it should be here.
And they keep saying it's coming, but it's not out yet. Yeah, and which if they provide a 4-door sedan, great.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that with the inline six. I still hate the look of these cars. I've never liked them. I've never liked the new model. I still think we just need a sleek sedan. Give us something like the old Charger that is less big. It doesn't need to be as big.
It needs a diet.
And it needs a diet, and it needs to be slimmed down because they don't have anything like that. Even the if they bring this new 4-door Charger with his body, I still think it's going to look ugly. It doesn't look good as a 4-door car.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look good as a 4-door car. It doesn't look good as a 2-door car. No, that engine belongs in something like M4, M5 style vehicle.
Audi RS7 or RS5, like something smaller, more compact. It doesn't need to be a boat. It's not like is it the same chassis as the old one?
Completely new redesign.
So yeah, completely new redesign. Probably millions spent on that alone. Just for what? For them to not sell any units and just be sitting on so many. There's so many at the dealerships right now.
And a lot of them, even at the dealership, a lot of the EVs are now half off of what they originally posted for.
Yeah. Because it's not worth it. Like, if it was dirt cheap, give me like $25,000. I'd go buy one. Put it in the same area as a used Model 3. Sure.
Yeah.
I'd go buy one. But even then, like, I would still probably choose a Model 3 because it has 4 doors.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to drive one with the straight six, the 550 package. If you can get that with all-wheel drive, that would be the only saving grace.
If it came in all-wheel drive, that'd be cool.
That would be the only saving grace because you'd still end up with a, and it looks better than the EV, but it's still an ugly car.
Again, though, what are we talking about here? We're talking about a Charger from Dodge, all-wheel drive, inline six, twin turbo, possibly.
Yeah.
What the? That's not a Dodge. Like, I don't want an all-wheel. I want a real-wheel drive, something I can freaking take to the drag strip, go in circles, do donuts.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, and even if they go back and redesign that car and add the V8 back in there, they're going to be hard pressed because that straight six with the twins runs 550 horsepower. The V8s, naturally aspirated, never hit that.
No, they're going to have to do something. Maybe, again, just offer just the V8 with a supercharger out of the box.
Yeah.
Because then that would be comparable. Maybe get 650, 700 horsepower.
Which I will say, so the cool announcement that they made along with the Charger was the new lineup of the Durangos, which is not changing. It's always had a V8 and will continue to have a V8, but they upped the V8 class in the different trim levels. So like the RT used to get a V6. It will now get the 5.7 liter. The GT will now get the 5.7 liter. The RT will now get the 6.4 392. And then they will continue to have the Hellcat version with the 6.2 liter with a supercharge.
Okay. So, again,
I mean, honestly, if I was going to go buy a brand new Dodge, I would probably get the Durango.
But again, it would make sense, right? If they didn't want to come out with all this stuff, if they weren't producing those products.
Yeah.
They're still producing the 392s. They're still producing all these engines. Why do we not have a sedan version? Why do we not have a two-door version?
I mean, it really all comes down to, let's just face it and not try to get political, but previous administration policies that were forcing car manufacturers to do more EVs. And if you think about it, until the Hornet, which technically wasn't even Dodge, that was Stellantis.
Yeah.
They didn't have an EV at all. And I don't even think the Hornet is a full EV. I think it's a hybrid plug-in.
I think there's a hybrid I think there isn't a EV specific model. But it's impossible to find.
It's the GT. The GT trim is a full EV.
It's impossible to find.
Right.
They don't make very many of them. They make just enough. But I mean, again, that's like exactly what you said. If they were that strapped to make EVs, pull up the Hornet, put them all as EVs, and be done.
All right, so I think the general consensus for both of us is the straight inline six still doesn't have enough cylinders to rescue Dodge. If you have a difference of opinion, or if you share the same opinion, make sure you add it, put it in the comment section at the bottom of the video for us so we can read those, and we generally try to reply to everybody who makes a comment.
Please comment if you think differently, because I want to know what you have to say.
If you just want to see Wes get riled up,
I want to get riled up
something
in the
opposite of what he's saying.
Exactly. I'll get riled up and argue with you till the cows come home.
He has nothing better to do on a Monday.
I really don't. I got to take a shit sometime, so I got time.
All right. So, as always, please, if you are a fan and you stayed this long, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, especially that subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything.
Doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah,
But
it
it's
doesn't cost
nice
us
if you
anything,
did
but it
it.
helps us a ton.
It
And
does.
the more
Does.
that button gets hit. And as always, make sure you hit that alert button as well. And set yourself up to get weekly alerts because we drop a video every week. And if you're on the alert icon, then you get notified when we post a new video. As always, for Petrol Station, I'm Dennis,
I'm Wes.
and we'll see you next time.